Choices. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was such an interesting kind of look. I felt at two separate things that are definitely woven together, which is the idea of pursuing your passion and pursuing what you really want, and doesn't matter how many rejections you've gotten and how that can affect you. And if you ever start to kind of question whether you want to keep going, why you're doing this in the first place, if a different avenue would be better, like her going home, if that is a factor in why she's struggling, and how much of yourself to dedicate to that, how much of a priority do you make that, versus your relationship. And you've been in this relationship for 10 years, you're obviously committed, you're obviously in it, and then that kind of delves into, as the partner who's obviously supported her for however long, and now as his own priorities are shifting, maybe not having a conversation with her about the priority shifting and making assumptions based off of how he is starting to feel, and things are starting to change for him personally with wanting to start a family more than he did 10 years ago when they had met. And they're two separate things, but they can't help but be entwined together. Especially, I feel like as you get older, I feel like when you're younger, it is almost easier to maybe not decide your priorities, but I feel like the things that you're choosing between for your priorities are a little bit more clear cut and a little bit easier. And then as you get older, and especially as you're getting into relationships and long-term, very committed relationships, it's not just your own priorities that you're trying to figure out and define and figure out where they rank, but it is also your priorities as a couple, your priorities as, a person that's moving through their 30s, and how age can be a factor. And I thought this was such a good look at how entwined these things are, and how she obviously doesn't want to lose herself completely. This is what she's really passionate about. This is what she wants to be doing, wants to be pursuing. But on the other side of it, she also has other things she wants to accomplish in life, and where she kind of draws the line of, do I keep doing what I've been doing and just keep up with the tenacity and something's got to give eventually? Or do I give up on this altogether and try to start fresh somewhere else, start a new avenue maybe? And how your relationship kind of dovetails into all of that. And as a partner, how your support and your attitude and the way you talk about things and the way that communication happens is all very important, and can turn things around or can absolutely devastate it. So I really, really enjoyed this. I thought this was a wonderful insight into a time of people's lives that are really hard to navigate. And I thought that this was very, very well done.
Choices. Wow, I like this a lot. Title is perfect for this. And the performances were great, especially the lead actress. I love the close-ups and the subtle facial expressions. Great directing here on that as well. You guys really took your moments and took your time with those moments, which I really appreciated. I think it added so much to the message, and how much she was going through, and how much her acting meant to her, and what she wanted out of life was also conflicting with her marriage. So I really like the exploration of that, the exploration of, what are you willing to sacrifice in life, or can you do both? And I love that, both of these people were giving and taking. It wasn't just one way or the other. and showing some of that struggle in a marriage, and then also in your own inner world, and how to deal with that, and going for what you want when there's two people involved, and whether or not to have a family, and when. It's all so, there's so much here, and you guys just explored it so well. I just thought it was a great message about love and home. Nice cinematography throughout. And it's also about owning your choices, actually, so great. And also compromising and stuff when you're in a relationship. Just so much here. But the directing, the acting, the cast, the editing, everything was there for me. All of the set design and the wardrobe and all of that stuff technically was great. And I wish you guys the best of luck.
Choices is an interesting film that considers the obstacles when choosing between a career and a relationship. Maria is an admirable character navigating through those challenges as an aspiring actress, willing to sacrifice her relationship with Oscar to pursue her goals. I really like the twist at the end when Maria decides to remain in England, even though she wanted to move back to Austria. And the film effectively uses key images to illustrate Maria's dilemma when deciding between her acting career and her relationship. Choices is a great film that can resonate with audiences through its engaging message.